Hello, Dominic from BMT Spain, website for beginners to advanced players. And today the video is about the serve, science versus reality. So I have seen footage in a video from a scientist, a biomechanical specialist, showing how we actually should serve. And I was so surprised that I said I have to make a video about it. There were three things, actually three basic things. He was talking about the loading position. You need 70% on the back foot. He was also talking about the shoulder over shoulder. You have to do it sideways like a cartwheel, making contact like this. And the third part was the hitting part, that you have pronation after contact, and this part happens once the ball bounces on the other side. So these 3 points we are going to check out his explanation, and next to that I will put footage of professionals of the top 10 at this moment. So let's go to the first part, the loading part, where you have to put 70% on your back foot, which surprised me because 25 years ago I was on a congress from Bruce Elliott, an Australian biomechanical specialist, and he said it was 70% on the front leg. So you can see my surprise, but let's check it out. So now we will go to the loading position, or let's call it the trophy position. This is the position you should have, and in this position you should have 70% on the back leg. But when I went to Congress from Bruce Elliott, he said it was 70% on the front leg. So now let's check out what it is.
Weight's mostly on the back leg?
Exactly.
Okay.
About 70% of your weight at this point is on the back leg. So we're shifting back, twist rotating here, and we're in a good position there, arm up.
Arm up.
Okay, so this is our start position. So this is from a shot put standpoint, where we want to start. From here, we're going to slowly go forward just to demonstrate and get into that shoulder over shoulder position at contact.
Like that?
Exactly.
Okay.
So to start, most of the fastest servers having the pinpoint stance, so they're shifting their weight more to the front leg, so 70% on the back leg will be very hard. So that was Garcia. Here we have Keys also serving easily over the 200, and as you see, she's shifting the weight, and now in that trophy position, everything, not everything, but 70% will go to that front leg. And this is what Bruce Elliott said in his congress, so I was surprised to hear 70% on the back leg. Here also Coco Gauff, as you can see, they were leaning forward, and now they're going to push up, so the front leg will have more 70% instead of the back leg. There will be action from the back leg, but I cannot agree that it will be 70%. Here we have again Rublev. As you can see, he's leaning more forward, so I think it will be hard to have 70% on the back leg. But let's check another one. And here we have Alcaraz. Watch how Alcaraz gets his hips into the court, so that will make it more difficult to have the weight on the back leg. So it's hard to get 70% on the back leg with the pinpoint stance. But even if we're going to watch Djokovic with the platform stance, you will see that he's shifting his weight, and the moment he gets in that loading or in that ready trophy position like here, then the most of the weight will go to the front. So having 70% on the back leg for me is hard to believe. So that was the first part, the loading, and as you could see, 8 of 10 of the top 10 players have the pinpoint stance, which makes it more difficult if you ask me. But let's go to the second part, where we have that shoulder over shoulder, but staying sideways, more a cartwheel, no rotation, no hip, no shoulder. So let's check that one out. Here we have Kovacs explaining that we need a sideways shoulder over shoulder, making contact like that. This is how you should make contact when you are not jumping, and this is how you should make contact when you are jumping, according to science. So now let's go to reality and check how sideways are the best players in the world. I have pictures of the top 4 by men and top 4 by women. I could show you more pictures, but that would make the video too long. But here we are going to check how sideways are the best players in the world. And we will start with Djokovic. Here we see Djokovic. That's not sideways if you ask me. Then we go to Sinner, you can see his back, so absolutely not sideways. And we have that same with Alcaraz. So Medvedev is the number 4 in the world at the moment. He is the one who is less turned. But here we have Swiatek by the women. Also you can see her back and the front side from the second fastest server by women, Sabalenka. And this is Coco Gauff, number 3, also completely turned. And here we have Rybakina, one of the best servers at the moment. So scientifically, Kovacs could be right, but humanically, I don't see anybody doing it, staying sideways. Maybe it's humanically not possible, but we have all that late data. You should think that pro players start to adapt to that technique, but I don't see it happening. Even in the last generation, I don't see it. So staying sideways at contact will not happen, as you ask me. So we have already seen 2 of them, and the third part is the pronation happens after contact. So this part here happens once the ball bounces on the other side. So let's check that one out too.
The contact of the strings actually faces the side fence, but that happens when the ball's already landed on the other side of the net. So here I have a good video where you can see the racket position and the ball and the same spot. So let's check out how long it will take from contact to turn the racket to the side. Like he's saying, it will take till the ball bounces on the other side. So we will go step by step, and we will start here from contact, and we will do 1 click more and watch how the racket is already starting to turn, and it turns more and it turns more, and like 4 clicks further away, this racket is already pointing to the other side. But that happens when the ball's already landed on the other side of the net. Well, scientifically he might be right, but in reality I see other stuff. I can still see the ball here, and it's only like 2 steps away from his racket. So in reality this happens much faster. But that happens when the ball's already landed on the other side of the net. So let's have a front view and a back view. Here we have Ruud, also a top 10 player, and watch the racket is already to the side, not on the bounce. Let's check out the bounce. So watch how long it takes before the ball gets on the other side. But that happens when the ball's already landed on the other side of the net. And here the back view from Alcaraz, and as you can see here, the racket is already to the side and the ball didn't even reach his own service line. So I don't see anything of that happening once the ball has bounced. It happens already long before the bounce. But that happens when the ball's already landed on the other side of the net. Now, we have seen all 3 of them. We have seen the loading, the unloading, and the hitting part of the strokes, how it should be scientifically, and we have seen how professionals are doing. If you ask me, they are not doing what he's asking. If you want, you can try that shot put motion. I tried it, and I have to tell you, this motion, for me, it doesn't feel comfortable at all, and I have no power. Where if I'm using the old-fashioned way, let's say, the throwing motion here, yeah, that serve goes fluent and easily. So all I can say, thank you for watching. See you in another video.